It's gonna be a little grunt, aka pigfish. It is tiny. I'm tracing it out, going with the grain. That is going to give it a little bit extra strength in the tail because that's going to be thin. I'm really not going to remove a whole lot of wood on the fins. I'm pretty much just going to round them out and give it a little bit of definition. I don't want to take off a whole lot because of how thin this bait is. It will be able to break easily. So I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut out the detail in this bait. Got a couple of nicks on my finger too, but got this thing chopped out. I'm gonna go ahead and sand it down. What do you think, Lila? Lila likes it. All right, this little micro grunt, little micro pigfish needs a couple more things. One, it needs a lead cavity. Two, it needs some more detail on the fins. And three, that's three. That my pinky just won't go down. It needs eye sockets. There we go. Do a little wood burning, ready for lead. I went ahead and broke off those pectoral fins on this bait. They were pretty thin, and that was pretty unrealistic that those were gonna stay on. But it still looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and wood burn now, make it look even prettier, and then we'll pour some lead in it. One last step I forgot. I gotta dip it in polyurethane, then I can let it, and then drop it in the lake and make sure it sinks. So I'm gonna drip it in some polyurethane now. A little dunk will do ya. And we just hang it up to dry. Now that the polyurethane has dried on this little grunt, little micro grunt, I'm gonna figure out where I need to put the hook hangers. Got one, I think going right up in there, and one going right behind here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw out those holes real quick, a little drill bit. I have no clue if that was even enough lead to make this sink. I'm gonna go with yes. And we're just gonna play the lottery here. We're gonna pour some super glue in there. Lock everything in real nice. Bondo is a auto body filler and it works really well for throwing baits. It's hardened with talc, which some guys or gals, some people aren't too keen about because they believe, or it does absorb water, moisture, but when you're epoxying and doing all this other stuff, it really doesn't matter. So I just have just a wee little bit. And then I'm just gonna take a pinch of the talc hardener and I'm gonna mix it. And as you mix, it's gonna turn this white, creamy pink color. So you'll need a whole lot. Just gonna kind of blob it into the hole. This is literally just a filler to get a nice, pretty look. Smooth, clean. 20 minutes I'll be able to sand and then I'll be able to paint. I'm gonna try and use the airbrush. I haven't used the airbrush in like 5 years. Okay, I am smoothing out. It's Bondo now. Ready. And then it's time for paint. All right, I've got my old air gun compressor out here. It's got a real slow leak in it, so it's keeps turning on and off real quick. But all right, I'm gonna start out with some kind of white, pearl white. Check it out, first coat. Look how shiny it is. Almost looks silver, but it's pearl white. Just wanted to give you an idea of what I am going for here. This is a grunt pigfish. That is the color pattern. All right, I've got a little bit of this green. It's pearl lime green. All right, I'm gonna come back with some pearl blue now, do the same thing, very, very light up on top of the back. Nice light little just like that. That's all I need, not a whole lot. I need to go crazy. So I've got black, yellow, red, brown, and white. That's what I'm going to use to do all the little special stuff on this little bait. Looks pretty good. Gonna go ahead and glue an eye in it now. Then one other thing I have to do, I have to clear coat it. I'm gonna do epoxy on it. I just want to do epoxy just because it's thicker. And it's pretty thin bait, so that epoxy is gonna add a little bit more layer to it. And it just helps strengthen it up. So let's get to it. I got those eyeballs in there. They're drying. So while they dry, I'm gonna go get my epoxy mix. I always put a little bit more hardener in it because I'm in such a humid climate. However you say it. Crap. I drop stuff. Make sure you mix it real good. So once it's on the epoxy rotary wheel, the rotisserie wheel, just brush on the goods. Kind of have to chase it around as it rotisserates. So by using the torch on it, it pops all the little bubbles, little air bubbles in the epoxy, so it makes it a nice cleaner finish. It is done. It looks good. I'm really happy the way it came out. It's sweet. Check it out. Walk out here in the light. Well, the overcast light. Sweet little bait. Epoxy clear coat came out real good. It kind of bubbled up here. The wheel actually, rotary wheel fell out, so there you can see it bubbled. It slid down. It's kind of thicker down here in the tail section, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's going to add more strength. It's meant to be. Anyways, I'm going to put some hooks on it. We're going to throw it in the water and test it and see how it runs. Here we go, moment of truth. Will the micro grunt work? Hoping it will, but we'll see together. Got it tied on. I'll hook myself. All right, let's see what it does. If it does. Well, it sinks. That's good. All right, gonna give this little jerk crankbait, lipless crankbait, some tossing. See what it does. It's starting to spit rain, but I figured it'd be worth coming out and tossing a couple times. Ooh. Oh, holy bejesus. It's a nice follow. Oh, no way. Wow, that is a really skinny bass. Holy crap, that's a skinny bass. I don't even want to take it out of the water. I feel so bad for it. I'll oil my reel later. I feel bad. This bass is so skinny. That'd be a really super nice bass if it, dang man, that hook is in there good. All right. That's such a nice bass if it wasn't so skinny. Well, you sucked that little grunt up. Wow. I should be more excited about that, but I feel so bad for that bass. It was literally like the third cast. I literally went inside for a minute and came back out here. Well, it works. That bass would have been really, really freaking nice if it hadn't been so skinny. I feel pretty bad that bass was so skinny. But I'm glad that this lure is attractive. So, gonna chalk that one up as a good fishing. And I'm gonna do another video with me fishing with this lure. I'm actually gonna take it out weather pending grouper fishing and see if I can't find, you know, maybe a snapper, a grouper, hogfish, I don't know, something. Take a whack at it. So, thanks for watching, y'all. Hope you liked it. Appreciate you. See you later. Well, I'm glad I got 4 or 5 minutes to cast that bait before this rain came.